what happened today, how I could have made money off of it. So really, like if you just start out with the main indexes, you can obviously tell that they pulled back pretty hard. Right out of the gate, you can tell obviously that it's selling. And then if you look at this, oops, added two of them, you can tell that you're definitely getting a good bit of bearish momentum right out of the gate. And so that was one way, just in my opinion, to go short on like the SPY. I actually went short and told people all morning I was going short on the QQQ. And why the QQQ? Just because, as you can see, it ended down 220. Tech the whole way, like the last 6 months on the run down, the run up, has been moving in overextended ways. And so if you think there's going to be a big move down, it's better to go with tech, the tech index, because it will move more. And so with this move, you can see right there, the strong bearish momentum kept on going. And so that is the reason to go short the QQQ. And this line I have drawn is just where I thought it would be a good place to get out on the QQQ. And the way that I really saw that was, though, if you go to the SPY and then go back on the 10-day, you can tell that you have the start of what I would say is a supply area from here to here. And so you had the SPY fall, and once it entered that area, I was really thinking, okay, this thing probably isn't safe to stay short until it breaks underneath this bottom line. And so I exited the short on the QQQ because it's all correlated. And I would be safe probably to re-enter it if we open, or whenever, if we get below this line. But until then, I wouldn't want to be short because it's a really strong, or I guess demand area, since we're coming down. It's a really strong demand area. I said that wrong. And also, I just talked to people this morning. One of the more obvious ones to me was just playing Apple, and really playing Apple under the 195. Was it 195? Let's see, 194. Under the 194 area, just because we had a lot of consolidation right there from before, and that's where we bounced. And so I had a line, and I told people that I'm really bearish on Apple under 194. And so that was when I entered my short, and it did never come back up to it really the whole day. It got kind of close right there, and then it really sold off hard towards the end of the day. But so anyway, just the main easy things to play is that we had tech pull back, and so of course with that you're going to have Apple, you're going to have Amazon. Amazon also has a higher beta, so it tends to move more. Now, I don't generally say a whole lot about Amazon options though, because Amazon is much more expensive. But anyway, that was just kind of like a quick little recap of the markets. We're still having trouble, I would say, big picture, getting out of this area. Like we started to break out of it, then we got back down below it. But really just that pullback on tech today was the main play, and you're going to really look to see what happens into Monday. And notice too that especially one thing that really also helped lead down was financials, I would say, are looking especially weak. And if you go out here, I believe, well, I mean, there's not much resistance in the way of it up until down here. And if you go out further and look at not just XLF, but let's say like Goldman Sachs or something like that, you can tell we're about to enter this big gap down on financials. These are two big financial companies. And okay, so BAC pretty much filled it today, Goldman Sachs didn't. But that is why I was especially bearish this day coming into it. And one thing was financials helped drag it down. And since they're dragging the overall market down, usually on a big pullback day like this, the QQQ, the tech index, moves quicker because it has a higher beta, and so you can make more money off of that. That's just a quick recap of mainly what happened, just a tech pullback, and how you could have played it or seen some of the stuff coming in. Easiest, most obvious one was the Apple one. It had really been running, so below that level where it consolidated, very obvious that you're going to have a pretty significant pullback. And XLF was looking weak coming into the day, and so you could play those gaps and say BAC filled it today and Goldman Sachs is yet to fill it. You could look for that, say, next week or somewhere. That's where I'll be looking for it. So anyway, hopefully that helps.